Hello, hello, what is good, my gamers? Today we'll be looking at the Maono PD200W. So this mic is apparently special in a few ways in that it's wireless, which is really strange to me to think. It also, I believe, has XLR as well as regular USB. So yeah. So I want you guys to know, first of all, that this was sent out to me. So if I always encourage you to be skeptical of given products, reviews, discounted, whatever, literally whatever, stuff like that. So just be mindful, though I do promise that I will remain unbiased as much as I possibly can. So yeah, let's get into it. So let's see. First, I want to read off their marketing because I like comparing marketing to, you know, what I actually think about it. So yeah. So first of all, let's looking at the email they sent me. It says slogan: cut the cables, go hybrid, free to podcast. Okay, sure. Value proposition: with hybrid connectivity, wireless, USB, XLR, dual track capture, AI noise control, and multi-platform / device support. Okay, that's good to know. Let's see benefits. Let's see. So yeah, they have the three ways: USB, wireless, XLR. Okay, so that's like their top thing. Studio quality but smarter. 30mm dynamic capsule with cardioid pickup. 48 kilohertz, 24-bit, stuff I don't really understand, to be honest. MaonoLink, so they have a mobile and desktop amp. And lets you fine-tune tone / EQ and reverb. Okay, cool. So the reverb, I'm not sure how important that is, but EQ is nice, and I actually would like to see their app. So yeah. It has the two dual track things. Let's see. Built for no noise, stable 60 M for meters, I'm assuming. Wireless range and up to 60 hours of battery life. That's kind of cool. With live volume, gain knob, 1 tap mute, and 16.8 RGB color shift. Cool. So it has RGB and all that. Yes. All right. Yeah. Besides that, I think that's pretty much it. Besides looking at it, obviously, one thing I do want to look at though is I want to look at the price. I forget how much it is and stuff like that. So this is a $100 microphone, though they do have a discount code even on the website present right now, and I don't know, there might be more later, but for now it is about $100, and it looks like it might be able to come with a free XLR cable and Maono care. I'm not really sure. This might be a more expensive version, I don't know. Yeah, so without a boom arm, just this. All right, let's take a look at the box so far. So yeah, we have the one thing I saw was #1 best-selling internet microphone worldwide. I'm a little skeptical about that. I feel like I've never actually heard this brand, but that's just me. But if that were true, they probably wouldn't need to be sending this out to me as a reviewer. Nothing against them. In fact, I appreciate it. But that's a little bit of a slogan or like line that I'm skeptical of. Anyways, let's see what else there is. See, Maono. Man, I'm sorry, I can't read that. Meaning vision. Okay. One touch mute, 50 meters wireless range, switchable real-time monitoring. Yep, pretty much all I've said. Shock not included. That's cool. Then they have the link software. Description. I'm not gonna read all that, but you know, features, dynamic. I guess I've read most of it. It's a cardioid boulder pattern. It tells you what they're using, the USB-C or like the wireless, I think. And I think that's mostly all I need to look at for now. So, yeah, let's open it up, take a look. The microphone this one has to be is my Blue Yeti, the microphone I'm using right now to record this. So it does have competition and about the same price too. It's gonna be worth looking at. Well, I mean, we'll see if it's worth looking at. You know what I mean? For competition wise, computer use. Yep. It has the shock mount. It looks like. I mean, it's probably. Let's see, wired mode. Okay, this is pretty obvious. Mobile phone, wireless mode, wired mode. Okay, seems relatively self-explanatory. And I think I got only the basic thing, so I don't think they gave me like everything. So this is kind of what you get for $100, at least as far as I can tell. I really suck at this. Let's see. So this is probably just a manual. Yep. And then we have more manual stuff, and it tells you how to speak into it, which is on the direct side and not on the side of it like that. All right, let's get it open. Has this one right here, a little phone piece. Then we have the microphone itself, as well as, let's see, it's cable. It's a USB-C type 2A, but also has an adapter, so it's USB-C, or A. We have receiver. It looks like they spelled receiver wrong. Receiver. And then we have the mic itself, and that looks to be it. Oh nope, I was wrong. We have the stand, which is a really heavy metal stand. Oh. And then I'm guessing we have, yeah, this is just the thing that connects it to make it stand up. So we'll bring that, and then that should be it. So let me get that out of the way. That's also the foam, I suppose. And yeah, so first impressions on this mic, it's pretty lightweight. The heavy part is actually the... I feel like, okay, I can't, hold on. It's hard to tell because they're basically connected, but like it's adding a little bit of weight, all of it together. But it doesn't feel that heavy. But I don't know. It's heavy enough actually. I thought it was lightweight because of like I felt like this part was super heavy, but honestly at this point I don't know. So yeah, we have the RGB right there. We have the one tap mute. So it's gonna look like that. It's probably so. That's why it's set this way because I'm assuming it's gonna when you're talking to the mic. Actually, I have no clue. But yeah, so relatively simple, has that setup right there, has the XLR, USB. So this one does not come with the XLR cable. Maybe it does in the promotion, but yeah, we can take this off and see how it looks really quickly. See, this seems to be okay. We got that RGB. We have the mic right there. All right. So yeah, let's get it set up on the stand just to give an idea how it is. Okay, there we go. So there's the microphone. Pretty simple, as you can see. Let's see if this has some adjustability, like post. Like, yeah, you can just adjust this. I mean, so that works well. Very simple stand right here. Has a shock mount, which is really nice actually to have already included. The mount itself does feel pretty solid, feel fine. Like I'm happy with it. The base is really solid. Everything else about it seems okay too, and just the fact that it comes with the shock mount is really nice actually, because especially on a like this. All right, so let's get this plugged in and try it out. Actually, let's see, we got the receiver as well. This should be the how it's US or wireless as well, which is kind of crazy in my opinion. A wireless mic is something I've never thought I'd like. I don't know, like a desktop and wireless mic. I mean, so yeah. All right, so we have an adapter here, which is very similar to just this. It looks like we have the wireless, one USB-C. That's very tiny. That's probably good for phone. That's cool. And we have two, like, what are these? Like, I mean, my guess is they were just for holding the cable, but I don't really know, actually. I don't know. But, yeah, we have that. All right. I guess there's nothing else to do but just try it. So let's get it plugged in. And yeah, I'll also have to take a look their MaonoLink software, and hopefully that's good. This is microphone completely stock. So I'm gonna switch right now. Let me mute my mic on here. Currently, I'm using the Blue Yeti stock. Oh, not stock, actually. This is actually EQ settings. In fact, let me go change that right now. Here we go. This is the Blue Yeti stock. It does have a pop filter in it that I bought, but besides that, it's completely stock. So we're going to compare that going to the Maono PD200W. This is going to be a sound test on the Maono PD200W. This is pretty good, especially considering it's not very close to my... Hold on, this is the gain. It looks like this is... Might not be gain, but... Oh, it's... Never mind. It's definitely gain. All right. This is pretty good considering it's not super close to my mouth. Like this is as close to my mouth, and at the very least, the quality is comparable. We'll have to obviously give it some more of a look in that, obviously, but for now, it's seemingly okay. And this is without any EQ settings. And going back to the Blue Yeti, as you can hear, they're very similar actually. I don't think the difference is particularly that noticeable. Let's go back to my regular thing. Turn on this so it's a little bit better. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, I'm gonna try looking at, what's it called? We probably should check it out wireless as well, but for now I do want to take a look at their software. So let's go look at, there we go. This is the sound testing just for the Maono microphone right now. So we're gonna have this on the side. We can just hear myself. All right, let's look back at their software. So we have microphone gain. This is pretty self-explanatory. Headphone volume. I think it's just listening back to it. We have the noise cancellation right here. Aggressive. For now, let's turn it off completely. As usually, noise suppression turns or takes off audio quality. So we have scenes, podcast. So we have different little
EQ settings, at least on start. We also have reverberation settings. We'll have to look at that. What does that say? You fucking modified. Okay, maybe after this, after I go back to original. Then we have game one. Let's look at the different ones right now. Not sure. Okay, interesting. And then we have sing. Oh, that is. I see. All right. Personally, I'm probably gonna. I want to see if I can adjust it myself. The EQ settings. I'm guessing you make a new one. Let's just name it that, and yeah, I should be able to change it. I'm not particularly a professional EQ settings like actually at all, so this is kind of just on the guessing. But as you can see, with some minor adjustment, it already sounds pretty good. Like, this is kind of what my settings were on the Blue Yeti. Vaguely, I don't know how to do EQ well, but about right. So like right there, 450, 175. There we go, like that. There. So that's relatively close as to what in terms of kind of the setup I was going for. And as you can hear, it's pretty clear. Let's look at reverberation. We have it on 1 right now. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just go all the way to 10. This is reverberation 10. Yeah, that's something I probably wouldn't use, but I mean, hey, having an option is there. Setting it to 1, though, even already kind of makes your audio sound weird, so that's interesting. Okay. Lights, we can change it to whatever we want. Breathing, fixed loop, bright. Let's just set it to white right now, full brightness. Okay, custom color library, cool. Would have liked to see something basic like a rainbow thing, but that's really not that important, honestly. Yeah. Okay, so current thoughts right now. I'm very much glad you can do this EQ things like this. This seems really nice, honestly. I don't kind of want to maybe higher my mic gain even higher. Like, this is a... See, this only changes this right here, right? But there's no other way to higher even more. This is a good volume, don't get me wrong. But on something like the Blue Yeti, at the very least, I have the option to go higher my input gain. I wouldn't set it probably higher than this, or maybe a little bit, but the option there is nice, basically. So yeah, that mutes it right there. We have the thing that plays it. This is going to be a test on the Maono PD200W. That's probably with the EQ settings. So this should how it sound closer to my face, which I think sounds pretty solid so far. We should also test some of the noise cancellation. So you know what? I have this thing right here. All right, this is going to be a pretty good test. This thing's really loud, has a lot. So give it a moment to kick in. There we go. All right. So let's turn on noise cancellation on a lower mode, like slight. The difference seems to be... Oh. That's a pretty big difference. Look at that. Like, it basically just turns it off completely. Oh, you know, I forgot I can higher this too, my volume on my side. Okay, this is slight, going up to moderate. And moderate seems to slightly, maybe lower the quality, but it's definitely doing better. And then the thing is, I can't really tell because the sound thing is right next to me, but I can kind of guess. What I'm saying is the sound source is actually, I can still hear it. So it's not really helping, like, whatever. I'd have to see post. And then this is aggressive right here. And so far, seemingly, it seems pretty solid in terms of noise cancellation. Turning it off completely, you can hear it, and it's right there. And then you can turn it off to aggressive, or even slight isn't too bad at all, actually. Let's see if I can... Interesting. All right. All right, it was able to pick up that even on aggressive, but it wasn't... It was like very small, bursty sounds, I suppose. So, yeah. All right, turning off that completely and noise cancellation off. The noise cancellation seems useful, and I'm glad it's basically integrated. So I'm happy with that, honestly. That's great. Yeah. It's not going to have super fine detail like the Blue Yeti, at least from with some of this, or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm just from what I can see right now. But yeah, AI settings, noise reduction, here cell. Oh my god. It's right there. It's right there. Oh, look at that. Okay. Now I actually want it lower a little bit. There we go. Okay, this is much better. The fact that I can hear myself right here. Yeah, that helps a lot. And honestly, you can hear the audio quality as well. Can I switch to the original? So this is back completely at stock. No EQ settings whatsoever. Also, this is still what I would say is a slightly suboptimal location. I'd say right here is about where I'd want my face to be in the mic if I am talking with it. So keep in mind I am talking a little bit farther, but even then it sounds pretty good. Going back to this one, this is probably a lot more where I'd want it to be. So when I actually, do recordings, I'd probably do this. Okay, maybe lower it a bit. I'm trying to match this one a little bit, though I don't know how EQ works exactly. But one thing to note is, as you can hear, it sounds pretty solid. I do very much like it. It's at the very least very similar, if not very comparable to the Blue Yeti. And obviously has a bit more. Oh, that's noise suppression. Hold on. So that's noise suppression on. I'm not sure how much the shock mount is doing, but at the very least, it's seemingly helping, because this is a pretty aggressive, like what I'm doing here. But yeah, okay. And this is the volume. Okay, and this is just noise cancellation. Okay, that seems to be it for MaonoLink. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with it. I don't know how much. For gaming mice, you can very much do a web-based browser. I don't know if that's possible with a mic like this. This might be more integrated, but that's something I'd actually like to be very curious about if that's possible. If that is, then I would like to see that, but that's just really, very going nitpicky, I suppose. Right now, I'm actually very happy with this, so far. It seems pretty solid, and the mic quality as well seems pretty good. This might be my new mic. Let's go back and forth between what's it called? The Blue Yeti and this. Okay, let me turn off the EQ settings. So let's go to original. And let's give it a fair comparison. Okay, so this is the Maono microphone right here, relatively stock. Trying to put it a good distance from my my head though. So yeah, I want to higher the volume too, be around here. All right, let's moving back to the Blue Yeti headset right here. Oh, that wasn't fair. They had that on. Hold on. Testing. This is the Maono microphone with no EQ settings at all. And yeah, so doing that. Let's go to the Blue Yeti microphone where, as you can hear, they do pretty good. I'd say the Blue Yeti sounds more, can pick up more subtle tones, I think, but that Maono microphone sounds better for talking, I suppose. It sounds clearer, like there's less, background, while the Yeti has a little bit more of a, I'm not sure what it is, but they do have slightly different signatures, but that on its own is not particularly bad or good. And they both still sound like quality-wise. I don't know if I could tell you the difference in terms of oh, this is the better mic or not. I guess that might depend on other factors like their sound pickup, but for me, I'm somewhat of an amateur. Yeah. All right, going back to the Maono microphone. Yeah. I don't know what to say. They both sound really good, honestly. What I want to see is if I can see which one sounds more accurate to my true voice. Just out of and if I had to say, this sounds like there's EQ on it. I don't have EQ on it right now. No, I don't. It does sound like it though. So I guess that's better. I don't know. I mean, I can, okay. Personally, I like how the Maono one sounds on stock more for me, but that doesn't mean it's more accurate. Just the ones I like more already by default. So if I had to not change anything without including Blue Voice, then it would be the Maono microphone. All right, with that said, that's the Maono microphone. It does do wireless as well, so I am going to try that. So give me 1 second. I'm going to plug in wireless and see if it works. Testing. This is it wireless right now. I'll even unplug it from them. Not that it needs to be, because whatever. There, it's unplugged. So this is now a wireless mic, as you can see.
I can kind of bring it with me wherever I want, and that's just really cool. So yeah, it's wireless right now. As you guys can see, it's not plugged anywhere, and just having that functionality is really cool, actually. So it's both, yeah, you can see wireless mic kit right here, has battery level, and this is just so cool, honestly. Being able to use this, like if you want to, this is a mic you can now take outside and use for recording anything else. So it doesn't have to just be a computer thing. So that's, I never really thought about how cool that actually is, but if you think about it, now I just have a mic. Like, you know, I'm not sure how to take this off from here, but of course I'm sure you can. Just I don't know how to right now. Let's see if it's easy. If it's not, I will give up. Okay, it's probably this thing right here. There's a screw right here. But yeah. Okay. Wow. Look at that. All right. So far, let's go back to what I would have my mic set as, which is
Something like this in terms of EQ settings. So, okay, I don't know if you guys can hear that. Probably not, because I didn't. But, so yeah, that's the Maono microphone. Honestly, I'm more pleased with it than, I'm actually very pleased with it. In my opinion, if you're still looking for value in terms of what's it called, like just like you're trying to save money but want good mic quality, you can buy a used Blue Yeti for like $50, $40 on Facebook Marketplace. Though it is used, and it obviously doesn't have the same functionalities. But the Blue Yeti is seemingly going to be more versatile because if you don't know about the Blue Yeti, it also does have some. I would really like to show it. It's kind of hard to the way it is though. But basically, there's different knobs on it that lets you have cardioid pattern. Back in like there's many you can use it for anything. If you want to make ASMR with it, you can. If you want to do it for recording like this, it's fine. You can do it for podcasts, for someone in front of you, behind you. There's just a lot of options available to you. And if you want, you can get it for cheap, like I said, if you buy it used. Obviously, this is a new product though. This is completely different on its own. New product in terms of like it's different. It's not, yeah, but. Turn off if all the RGB off. But one thing I really like about this microphone, first of all, it's good. It's just good on its own. So it's not, But some things I like about it specifically. Let me try the mute button. It's probably just simple as that. Personally, I wish there was mute mic button. Although the Blue Yeti is like this too, where you can hear it when you push it down. I hate that. Like you guys can hear this. If I'm really careful about it, you can barely hear it. Let's see if we can do it really quietly. It's pretty hard to do that, if you can see. I wonder what this does. What the hell? It's like I see. This is monitoring volume. Similar to the Elgato mic, I think. So, minor nitpick right there, but would have preferred where it was even less silent. I mean, it's just silent, but you know what? That's such a minor nitpick. Okay. Overall, let's get my conclusion on the Maono microphone in terms of what I think about it, in terms of its where it stands in the market. I need to get rid of that. Where it stands in the market and what I think about it. So, the quality is pretty comparable. It's it's pretty good. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a mic nerd, and I don't even know EQ that well. But as far as I can tell, it's a really good mic. It sounds really good. And $100, honestly, for a microphone like this, I wouldn't be surprised if it was $150. So $100 is kind of reasonable, considering it also comes with a shock arm already. Obviously, the stand, it's pretty solid, but it does come with that, and it's a wireless microphone as well. So the coolest part about a wireless microphone is you can literally take this all around. You can use this on your mobile phone. It's just really cool. There's also XLR availability, which you don't have on the, I don't think you do. No, you don't. You don't have XLR on the Blue Yeti. So actually, there's some things I'm missing that I'm kind of making it unfair. Is you have XLR, so if you want higher quality, you can connect that to an audio interface. You have the wireless connectivity, which lets you connect that to your phone. If you want to take this somewhere else, record it, you can just do that, and it's a good microphone. What else? It's just, yeah. I guess it depends on your use case what I'd recommend, but if you're buying completely new, then the price is basically the same.
So this is definitely leaning towards streamer mic, I guess. I don't really know. It's hard to say. But yeah.
I also personally like how it sounds stock. Not too bad either. I think it sounds pretty okay. The Blue Yeti does a little bit worse in my opinion, but it sounds fine. But yeah, so the PD200W, seeming like a pretty decent mic for, especially, this is the new price point. I'm actually fairly satisfied with that. I feel like this could easily be a $150 microphone, and I'd still be like, yeah, this is a premium mic. But for $100, this still seems very solid. The quality seems pretty good, and shock armor included. I mean, I don't know how much that's worth to you, but the wireless capability is actually kind of insane if you think about it. I don't know if there's many. I don't know if there's many options that even support that. Like,
at least I don't know for a cheaper option, and for this quality as well, that's pretty good. It loses to the Blue Yeti in a few things. Versatility, for example, you can't have it where it's binaural. You can't have it where it's podcast mode. It's only towards the top of the mic, like right around here. And yeah, there's a few other things like that. But what it does beat it on is compatibility. It's wireless. It also uses USB Type-C. If you didn't know, the Blue Yeti actually uses its own proprietary cable. It's USB-A to like USB Type-B kind of, but it's like a different own Type-B. So yeah, that's gonna be the Maono PD200W. And the microphone, if this battery level is correct, it hasn't even dropped a single % this entire time. So this seems to actually be looking pretty good. All right. That seems like gonna be it. And honestly, really solid package. I'm happy with this so far. It's just the really coolness of being able to do wireless, but even then, without that, it's still a good microphone on its own. Like if wireless wasn't a thing at all, it is. So let's not forget that. But if it wasn't, it still wouldn't be a bad mic by any means. Like, you know, I'd say it's one of its strongest features, but even without it, it's not like it's not like a bad mic to buy still. And that's really saying something. But of course, this is coming from me, who's not an audiophile, who doesn't do mics that extensively. I've done tests like this side by side, but more from an amateur level, so keep that in mind. So yeah, that's gonna be the Maono PD200W. This is one long video, I just realized. If you've stuck around for this long, appreciate it, by the way, because it's just an amateur talking about mics and whatnot. But yeah, that's gonna be my video on the Maono PD200W. Microphone, pretty solid. And yeah, honestly, not bad at all. So thank you, Maono, for sending this out to me. If they watched this far, I don't really know. But yeah, that's gonna be my video. If you guys want to see more videos about microphones, comparisons, stuff like this, let me know. Because this is definitely a little bit out of my comfort zone. So I was a little bit doing scuff, you know? But yeah, that's my video. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Peace.